steamed down the track, rattling and clattering. His pistons pumped and his boiler bubbled.
Well done, Hero!
Thank you, Thomas!
Then there was trouble. Spencer snaked onto the tracks behind Thomas.
Found you, Thomas.
Spencer!
Thomas's wheels whirred like the wind.
You won't get away from me this time.
Hero chuffed as fast as he could. He wanted to whoosh away from Spencer. Then Spencer saw Hero and gasped. Spencer had never seen an engine as strange as Hero before.
Who are you?
Hero!
Thomas!
That engine can't even puff properly.
Hero's engine had started to clatter and clunk. His steam dome shook and his cylinders creaked. Hero was worried. Without the last engine part, Hero could only sputter and splutter. Hero's new lamp broke loose and hit Spencer. Now Hero's engine started to judder and jitter. Parts fell off. They clanged and they banged onto the track.
No!
Don't worry, Hero! You can do it!
Thomas, help me!
But the harder Hero huffed, the worse he wobbled.
Keep puffing, Hero!
More parts clattered and scattered from Hero's engine.
Thomas!
You can do it, Hero!
I don't think he can.
Hero knew Spencer was right. The master of the railway was once more a heap of scrap. Hero couldn't puff on.
Is this what you've been doing, Thomas? Making a heap of scrap for the smelter's yard? Because that's the only thing that this engine's good for. Sir Topham Hatt will make sure of that.
Thomas felt terrible. He had worked so hard, but he had let Hero down.
How can I stop Hero going to the smelter's yard now?
Then Thomas heard another whistle. It was Gordon and the Express.
I'll race you to Maithwaite, slowpoke, Spencer! I'll win!
Spencer was surprised. He saw Gordon thunder ahead with the Express.
Oh, no, you won't, Gordon. I'll win.
Spencer steamed after Gordon. His funnel flared and his wheels whirred. He didn't see Thomas looking down a smaller track.
Don't worry, Hero. We'll hide you down here. Everything will be all right.
But poor Hero looked sadder than ever. Gordon raced toward Maithwaite ahead of Spencer. Spencer was out of puff. Percy's mail cars rattled and prattled behind him.
I won. I told you I would.
Before Spencer could ease his axles, the door of the Express swung open. The Duke and Duchess of Boxford stepped out. They were cross.
Fumbling fenders. Spencer, you have let us down. We left you in charge of our summer house, and it's not ready for our holiday. Our friend Sir Topham Hatt says you spend all day watching Thomas and taking mail cars that aren't yours. You told me you would take them back to Percy, and you haven't.
Spencer's pride was in pieces.
They have a very old engine, a heap of scrap, in fact. I was chasing it because, in fact, Sir Topham, you should please, Spencer, stop. Chasing engines that are a heap of scrap? We'll have to send you back to the mainland. It's quite clear. You're not fit to work.
Please, may I help? I could work with Spencer at the summer house. I'm sure together we could have it ready in time.
The Duke and Duchess were delighted.
Thank you, Thomas. That is most kind of you. Please, keep an eye on Spencer. He's clearly not feeling well.
Spencer wheezed steam. It was all too terrible. It was getting late as Thomas chuffed to see Hero. Hero was very sad.
You did everything you could, Thomas. But I know now I will be sent to the smelter's yard.
No, you won't. I won't let that happen to you. I promise. Don't give up.
And Thomas steamed sadly away to Tidmouth. All All the engines were worried about Hero and cross with Spencer.
I'm sorry I left my mail car so close to Hero. I didn't know he was there. It looked like a very good hiding place. Don't worry, Percy. We all did our best.
What should we do now?
I'm going to tell Sir Topham Hatt.
Why?
We tried to fix Hero by ourselves. It didn't work. We need his help. First of all, I'll finish the summer house with Spencer. Then Sir Topham Hatt will know that I am a really useful engine, and he will want to help me.
The other engines were quiet. They knew Thomas was right, but they were worried for Hero. He was their friend. They wanted to look after him.
While I'm busy, will you all go and visit Hero?
Of course we will, Thomas.
All the engines whistled. They were a team for Hero. For the next few days, Thomas and Spencer worked on the summer house busily. Thomas didn't let Spencer out of his sight. Thomas's friends all looked after Hero. He was never alone for long. He laughed and told stories about his homeland to Emily, Gordon, and Percy. He listened to Edward's wise words and cared that Henry had to have special coal. He admired James's shiny red coat and thought Toby was very special, the only steam tram he had ever met. The Duke and Duchess came to visit the summer house. It was almost complete. They were very pleased. Spencer beamed. He told them all about it, while Thomas puffed quietly away to see Hero. Hero was happy to see Thomas.
Hello, Thomas, my best friend.
Hello, Hero.
Thomas could see Hero was sad.
Hero, I won't let you be scrapped. Believe me, tonight I will fix everything.
Thomas chuffed back to the summer house, just in time to say goodbye to the Duke and Duchess.
Thank you, Thomas. Without you, Spencer would never have finished on time.
I have to go to Knapford now
Why?
to see Sir Topham Hatt.
Spencer snarled.
You're going to tell Sir Topham Hatt about that silly scrap engine. I'll get there first to make sure your plan doesn't work. That engine will be sent to the smelter's yard, where he belongs.
So Spencer pumped his pistons and clickety-clacked after Thomas. Thomas heard Spencer's wheels whooshing and whirring behind him.
I'll puff hardest. I'll chuff quickest. I know I can.
Thomas and Spencer had the race of their lives. Thomas steamed over bridges and whizzed through tunnels. He slipped through junctions and raced round bends. Spencer thundered and roared, but he couldn't get in front of Thomas. At a junction, Thomas puffed ahead. Then he turned quickly onto a sidetrack. Spencer thundered on, then screeched to a stop. Spencer reversed back to the junction. He raced after Thomas along the narrow track. The rickety old track went over marshland. Thomas knew that it was the fastest way to Knapford. Thomas huffed, and Spencer puffed. Spencer was closer and closer. Then there was trouble. The track was broken, and Spencer was too heavy, with a creak and a crack. The track snapped beneath him. The mighty Spencer slid into the muddy marsh. Thomas stopped. He knew what had happened, but he could do nothing.
I'm sorry, Spencer. I didn't know the track was broken. I'll go on and get help. I'll be back.
And Thomas steamed on. Thomas shoved into Knapford. He was tired and dirty. Sir Topham Hatt was having dinner with the Duke and Duchess. The station master telephoned him and asked Sir Topham Hatt to come to Knapford right away. Thomas's traction rods were trembling. His wheels wobbled. He knew he now had to tell Sir Topham Hatt everything about Hero. Sir Topham Hatt listened.
Hero is an old and important engine. I didn't want him scrapped. That's why we tried to fix him ourselves.